What's up, guys? This is Golden Trades. My name is Tanner. I'm going to be going over a trade recap that I took this morning on NQ. So let's get right into it, shall we? So we're actually going to start on the 4-hour right now. And really not much to see here, except that we did have a close below this fair value gap here, this bullish candle. Oh, also, I really like to look at the 4-hour taking out the highs of the previous 4-hour candles. So that was one confluence that I had. On the 1-hour, we had basically the same thing, taking out these highs. Not much structure here, except that we were going lower. We've just been absolutely bullish for decades, bro. We need to come back down. Calm down, bro. 15 minutes. This one gave me a little bit more structure of an idea of where we might potentially go, but I didn't have everything that I needed just yet. So this is why I'm going over this with you. This is exactly what I'm looking for whenever before I click the button, right? So I like to have the Asian session open. We did have London take out that high. I expected it to come back down, which it did before the 9:30 open, and we were below the midnight opening price here. So looking at the 15-minute, I noticed that we took out the high of this candle here, and that just looked like a turtle soup to me, because on the 15-minute chart we already took out this high. So now that we're at all-time highs, we had a turtle soup, we want to come down, we have this 15-minute change in the state. You know, like, we're looking pretty bearish, and we might potentially want to come back down to these lows. So whenever that happened, we came back down, and then we had tapped into this 15-minute fair value gap right here. When that happened, I noticed that we had this down close candle that could potentially have been a 15 change in the state, which means that we probably would have gone higher. To me, I didn't really want to see that, but with this candle here, I'm not gonna lie, I've been trading with Apex, and I wanted to try out this new prop firm called Lucid. Lucid has these rules similar to Apex and Tradeify, mostly Tradeify. And I think what I'm just going to end up doing is just go straight to funded, because that's something you can do. Unfortunately, you can't do that with Apex. You have to go from their evaluations to get funded. With Lucid, you can either do the test account, evaluation account, to pass and get to the funded, or you could just go straight to funded. It's a little bit more expensive, but I feel like it just 10x's if you do pass that funded challenge. And I'll show you why exactly I got stopped out with the Lucid account. So I had two accounts with me. I had the Lucid account and I had the Apex account. I blew the Lucid account just because I don't like to take a long time to, like, pass these evaluation accounts. I just want to be aggressive as fuck and pass them so that I can go straight to the funded, so I can make that money. Because of it, that's why we're doing this, right? So yeah, going back to this, I noticed that we had a order block, negative order block right here too. We had tapped into this negative order block. If we hadn't tapped it, we were very close. It doesn't matter because we had an SMT with ES, so ES did tap into its order block, and then came tumbling down. Never made a change in the state. So let me just see here on the 5-minute. If you can't tell, like, all this shit is fractal, right? Like, look at this. We have the 5-minute coming up, turtle soup, coming down. We did have a 5-minute change in the state to take out this high and this high on the ES. But 15-minute is super bearish, sorry. So I'm gonna listen to what the 15-minute has to say, because whatever the higher time frame shows is more than likely what the direction on the lower time frame wants us to go to. So We came up into this 50% 15-minute range here, which is what I like to see. I like to be up in a premium. We have an SMT with ES. We tapped into this negative order block on the 15-minute. 15-minute had a turtle soup up here, came back down. And then on the 1 minute, okay, so this is where I got stopped out, right? So on my Lucid account, I took a trade right here on this candle because we had a 1 minute change in the state here because we had a turtle soup here as well. To me, I was thinking, okay, we've already, made it to the 50 to premium. We have an SMT, we have a turtle soup. And it's just unfortunate with this trade, honestly. I mean, we had an inversion for value gap here, this tiny one, and we just had this long fucking boner candle to the downside. So to me, I was like, okay, this looks really good, but it is what it is. Markets were just like, price action was just horrible, honestly, in my opinion. Could have been better. But notice the same thing here on my Apex account. We have the 1 minute change in the state, turtle soup, SMT, tapping into this 15-minute order block in a premium, and respecting this 1 hour fair value gap. So whenever that happened, I slapped shorts right here for about a 1 to 2 risk to reward and made around $600. So, pretty good trade. Some easy, some easy. But yeah, that's all I've got for today. If you have any questions, if you found this insightful, please comment, leave a like, and I will see you next time. Peace.